Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here in my mother-in-law's room and we're doing a surprise makeover. We only had 24 hours to transform this space from a storage room into a craft room slash spare bedroom for the grandkids and just an oasis for her. She has always dreamed of having a cottage on the lake. That has been her goal, and I want to give her that same feeling here in her little oasis. And did I mention we have 24 hours to do it? Let's get started right now. Obviously, the biggest transformation in this room is the scrap box, which was graciously donated by the original scrap box for a review, and my father-in-law purchased this pull-out sofa that can turn into a bed for when the grandkids come to visit. But everything else I had to pick up on a shoestring budget. So I'm gonna share with you some of my budget decorating tips and the total transformation of this room. We knew we wanted a lake feel, so this blue sofa was on sale for an amazing price. So that was definitely the starting point for the room's color scheme. I was at Value Village and I saw this great pillow. It had that same blue of the sofa in it, but it also had gray and a pretty teal. So I thought it was the perfect pillow for my color scheme. And also at Value Village for just $8, I found this teal pillow that really matched, but I'm covering those brown buttons with some hot glue and dollar store seashells. I actually brought my Value Village pillow into a discount home store with me, and that's when I found some more steely gray pillows and curtains that definitely matched well. But the best find, I think, was this wallpaper. It's like contact papers, like wallpapers, like a pre-pasted wallpaper, I guess, from Amazon, because it had the teal and the blue and the gray all together. Wasn't even sure what I was going to do with it, but I got it. I always go to Bouclair or Homesense for artwork, and I always go to the clearance section. This great piece of art was actually on sale for 50% off, but it had a nail hole poking through. So there was another piece that didn't have any damage that was on for 50% off. So when I asked the manager, they gave me an additional 50% off. So I paid $35 for this painting because of this one little nail hole. The only problem was it actually is all teal and gray. There is no hint of blue in it at all. It's really hard to see in this color, but it wasn't going to match the room. So this is what I do very often when it comes to updating artwork. I find a big piece for a great price and I paint over top. So I got a sample can of paint in the same color as the sofa, and I'm actually just going to paint over top of this painting. Trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds. So I was shopping around the thrift store at Value Village and I found this hideous tray, but honestly, it was a great size and a great price. And I also found this sign that I thought would work, but it's not actually the color. But I only paid $1 for it, so I'm going to paint it with the same dark blue. Honestly, the thrift store is pretty much my go-to place for things like this. My best find was this coffee table. I know, it looks terrible, but I paid $12 for it, $12.99, and I loved it because it was the perfect size. I mean, when you find a piece of furniture that is the perfect size, it doesn't really matter if it's all tattered and yucky. You can do amazing things with it. I decided to cover it with this peel and stick wallpaper. It's like contact paper, but it's really, really thick like wallpaper. Probably should have lined it up a little bit better, but you know what? I was kind of rushing. And I thought to myself, this was a great option for them because it's so inexpensive. They can buy something that they really love later, but I can still finish the room for the surprise for under $20. Because my budget for furniture was really small, I actually found these two crates. They were $10 each from Home Depot, and I thought they would make perfect side tables. I'm just cutting a 2x2 so I can make legs on the bottom and painting the whole thing white. I used my Cricut and some leftover vinyl to make a sign using that ocean sign that I had painted over blue to go above the window. To really lighten the basement, I painted over the beige with an off-white color, and it already looks so much brighter. I needed some storage for my father-in-law's camera stuff, but I didn't buy baskets, so I covered some cardboard boxes with the leftover contact paper, wallpapery stuff from Amazon. Seriously, it worked so great. The wallpaper covered boxes instantly make this cabinet look so much tidier, and we hung the curtains that I found at the discount home store. I think one of my favorite parts though are these crate end tables. They look really, really good, and they were just $10 each. And these lamps were a steal at Winners. Adding just a throw, and of course those Value Village pillows. Watch this karate chop. That's a designer in the making. Really makes the sofa look fabulous, and that red tray turned out great with some paint and the wallpaper added to it. Just a few little accessories to dress up this coffee table, and you would never believe that I paid only $12 for it. My husband hung the picture, which now totally matches the room, and you cannot tell that I painted over top of it using some regular old latex paint. My very tall brother-in-law also hung this little sign, and the room is done. So in just under 12 hours, the transformation is complete, and I have to say, this room is gorgeous. I know she's going to love it, and it's going to be the oasis that she deserves. So my mother-in-law's on her way home, and now it's time for the reveal.
Oh my gosh! It's also a cloud. You painted this room.
Yeah.
So this is wallpaper. Crap. Yeah.
Wow. So you all had to help.
Yeah.
Now that this gorgeous room doubles as a spare bedroom, I'm calling dibs at Christmas. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna put a link down below so you can check out the video. It's all about the scrap box and revealing that to her. You definitely want to check that out. See you next time. Hey guys, so thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So some of you may be wondering, do I actually get along with my mother-in-law? And the answer is yes. She's actually amazing. She's sort of like the type of person that everyone aspires to be, just kind and hardworking and sweet to everyone, and so I adore her. Actually, they were so kind to me when Joe and I were dating. They allowed me to move into their home when I was having some medical issues and took care of me just like I was their own kid. And they've continued to treat me like a daughter ever since then. So yeah, I have no in-law horror stories. My in-laws are amazeballs, but I want to hear yours. I've heard some like monster in-law stories, and I always find them entertaining. So entertain us. Put the comments below if you have an in-law story that you think you should share. We'll see you next time.